to the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, double lady.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Now, this is just the 5th all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here taking place in Week 1. They have split the previous 4 meetings. Of course, the Texans entering the league in 2002. But you would think that these two teams would have met more because the cities are only separated by 350 miles, I-10 connecting them. In fact, for New Orleans, Houston is the closest NFL city of any in the league. So it's kind of interesting that this is only the 5th time that they have met. The last time they got together, November of 2015, the Texans winning that one 24-6.
95-56.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Breeze now on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Yellow lady.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Here we go with Kamara. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8.
55. Let's go, D.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Let's put him on the clutch.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Von Bell up to make the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. Open man. The tight end fails. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Watson on 3rd down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. David Onyemata able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Kamara. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And an alley to run. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 24 yards as his guys are on the board first here tonight. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Running from the gun, Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They turn to the fullback, Gillespie. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
You're set. 18.
Come on. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got.
26.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Watson. And that is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch tight end. Hey, hey.
11.
3 down.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
His 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn, still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
To throw is Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Here's Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Ready?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Breeze now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They get this again. Jet sweep. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Yeah, I'm live streaming.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action for Miller. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins taking it in. And the Texans have taken the lead. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
It's caught. Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Breeze now on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Let's go.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Breeze again. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Breeze to throw again.
Get him! Get him!
Back around the 35-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So we are at halftime of the first of 2 here on this opening Monday night of 2019. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. To try again after the sack. Watson over the middle, it's Fells. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. And an alley to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
It's a work.
That's
Yeah,
going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Right there.
One man in the backfield. That's Miller. Second and goal. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10
Ready.
at the
Go, Lee.
40-yard line.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking win calls.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
For this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing.
They run it again with Kamara. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
95-56.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Watson now to throw. It's complete. Still.
What the hell that nigga stop
They're
for,
going to be
man?
set up down around the 15.
These need a one blocker.
22 yards on the catch and run. A first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Texans.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the red zone now, Watson. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson going to throw deep for the end zone. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
This is it. 19.
Check 56. Stop your body.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And he is all the way up past the 25. Trying to get it that time to Stills. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
27 yards there, a first down. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
Ready. 5-8. 5-8.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
One set. One set.
The busy night continues for Kamara. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Got to do better.
Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's Brian Anger now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Breeze to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 43 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Watson now to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Reset. 19.
Shot 56. Coming.
31.
He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Out to his left. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
56. Mike 56. 56.
Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Watson's pass intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
95-56.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for New Orleans, it's a great win here on Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0.
True that.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los
messed
Angeles
me up that first one I
Rams.
threw.
Meanwhile, for the Texans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. No